Hi everyone, it's Matrixity. Welcome to Matrixity Muses. Welcome back to my Matrix. It is late on the 4th of July. I hope everyone had a great day today. A couple of things I want to talk to you about as far as the 4th. One is the food. What kind of great food did you have today? Did you break out the grill? Did you go out to eat? Well, let me tell you something. When I think about holidays and special occasions, those are the days when I want to actually eat the real food. Bring out the real meat, the real cake, the real butter, all of the real things. On the other days, you might be trying to diet, watch what you eat. But on holidays, I think that's a time where you can indulge a little. I know that when leading up to today, in the past couple of weeks, my daughter, who is almost a vegan, and my mom, who doesn't like to eat a lot of meat, they were both looking at things like soy vegetable hamburger patties. I'm like, no, what's that? Eat that on any other day, but not the 4th of July. The next thing was some sort of turkey, organic turkey sausages. No, bring out the real brats. So on the days like holidays, it's like bring out, oops, got lipstick everywhere. Bring out the real meat. I want the real brats. I want a real hamburger, not a soy patty. I want the real food. So we had that today. I cooked. Mom gave me license to go to the grocery store, and I got the real Angus burgers. I made those. We had the real cheese. And let me talk about cheese. What the heck is American cheese? When I read the label, it says processed cheese food. What is that? That's not real cheese. It can't be. So we had the real cheese today. I simply don't eat American cheese because I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I do like real cheese all the time. So we had Munster cheese, which is a really soft, nice, gooey cheese. It's really good for burgers. So we had a really good cheeseburger today, along with some sweet potato fries. And I did introduce my mom to the cauliflower tots. So we got some vegetables in there today too. So it was all a really good meal. So what did you do today? Did you actually grill out? I made everything on the stove. I thought we had a grill here, but we don't. So I made everything on the top of the stove, and it turned out just fine. And today was kind of a weird weather day also, kind of iffy, kind of dribbly rain here and there. But anyway, I think it was still appropriate to grill. So did you grill today? What did you make on the grill? I was thinking I would get some seafood today and make that too, but that didn't work out. So it was all good. So let me know what you did as far as food today. And are you like me? Do you want the real food on those special days? No soy, no tofu. Granted, I eat all those things, but I don't want to eat it on a special day or a holiday. The other thing is, what did you do today? My day was pretty quiet, kind of laid back, didn't do a whole lot. And really, that's how the 4th has been for me, pretty much. Now, in years past, I have gone out to friends and we've had many cookouts in their backyards, watched some fireworks every blue moon. But for the most part, I stay home. It's not really a big day where I actually do a lot of, holiday things. We have a dog, so the dog doesn't like the sound of the fireworks, so that's a no-no. She's kind of afraid, so we have to really kind of stay with her and keep her calm. But, what did you do? Did you actually go out and see the fireworks today in the rain or the drizzly rain? Did you go to the baseball game? What kind of things did you do on the 4th? Did you go to the beach? Now, in years past, when I was younger, we did go to the beach sometimes on the 4th of July. And I remember one crazy year, I don't know how old I was. I was probably, I want to say maybe middle school. We'd gone up to Folly, Folly Beach. And I was in the water. And, as far as swimming, we didn't swim back then. My brother and I didn't know how to swim. So our rule, according to my mother, was we could never go any higher or go out into the water any higher than our knees. So knee high was it. If we wanted to sit down, we had to sit down in the water that was knee high. And so I was doing that. I was sitting in the water, minding my own business, and all of a sudden, I felt biting all around me, biting on my legs, biting on my arms, biting on the back of my swimsuit. And I looked down, and the water was like roiling. It was like roiling up. And I was surrounded by a giant school of gray fish. I don't know what they were, but they were biting me. So they had literally surrounded me. They were biting me all over. And I literally had to jump out of the water and I ran screaming back to the shore. So that was one of the crazy 4th of July days that I remember. That didn't scare me from going in the water, but I was always leery about now things in the water, what's moving down there. Is that just a reed? Is that a stick in the water? Is it a school of fish trying to bite me? What is it? So I was kind of leery of the water after that, but I always went in still. The other event that happened also happened when I was in middle school. And sometimes if we didn't go to the beach, Mom would invite some of my friends over. And these were girls, friends of mine, who were also daughters of her friends. Like she was a teacher. So we had one lady who came over often, and her daughter was a very good friend of mine. So this 4th of July, they came over. We had like a little family cookout in our backyard. And my dad had bought some fireworks. And so it wasn't many. Usually we just did sparklers. That was really my thing. I just like the sparklers. I was not a big fan of firecrackers. And so I think I'd thrown a couple of those. But my friend, she did throw some firecrackers. And we were at the very end of everything. I had lit my last sparkler. She had the very last firecracker, and so I was standing behind her. I would say a good maybe 6 feet behind her, waiting for her to throw that last firecracker because it was getting to be dusk and we were all going to be going in and they were going to be going home soon. So she lit up that last firecracker and she raised her hand to throw it over her head, and somehow it slipped out of her hand and flew backwards and it exploded right in my face on the left side. For many years I had a little scar there because it actually took out a chunk of flesh, and it was a freaky thing. The very last firecracker, everything's fine until then, we have this weird accident, and so it was so loud it actually affected my hearing, and so I couldn't hear out of my left ear for I'd say a good year. And then after that I developed ringing in that ear, and my ear, that left ear, rang for years because of that firecracker. So there are some dangers in firecrackers. When you think everything is safe, it's not. And in a second, any type of accident can happen to anyone, you or me. So danger is always there. No matter how careful you are, things can happen. So ever since then, I've never really been a firecracker person at all. I've still just been sparklers. If I get anything, sparklers. When my daughter was young and she wanted fireworks, it was only sparklers. I think maybe we might have gotten a bottle rocket or two, but even I didn't like that either because you had to go light it. And let's say it didn't light and it didn't explode. Well, what could you do with that? To me, it was suspect. It had to go into a bottle of water because it might explode on me. So always just sparklers. Didn't get anything this year as far as fireworks, but overall had a good day. I hope you had a great day, and I've got some other things to show you about this day too, so they're coming up. But anyway, please subscribe to my channel and give me a like or a comment. I do want to hear all about what you did today, and if you had some unusual things happen to you on the 4th of July. And anyway, I hope you had a great 4th, and I look forward to talking with you again. There are some things to come, so please stay around, tuned for that. Talk to you very soon, okay? When you think about the 4th of July, it's not all fireworks and cookouts. You have to think about our history, and it's not just our forefathers and the signers of the Declaration of Independence. I took a trip to Philadelphia Alley today. It's kind of a hidden gem in our city. It runs between Church Street and Cumberland Street. And if you've never been there, you really need to take a trip there because there's lots of interesting things in that alley. For one thing, it dates back to the 1700s, and it used to be called Cow's Alley. Now, I don't know if that's because cows were kept there, but it was an alley that was between rental properties long ago. This is a cute little letterbox that I saw. Amazing features, the way it's put together. In addition, the homes there, some of them actually have their front doors in the alley. Some businesses have their back doors in the alley, and one of our big churches actually exits to the alley. And one of the things I want you all to realize is that there's a lot of Black history also in this alley. Think about our country, all of our famous monuments, Washington, D.C., the White House, all of our famous plantations. Those are all built by Black people, slaves brought over here. They were the ones who actually made it through the Middle Passage and survived the journey here. And they were the ones who actually built this country. Black people built this country. So when you think about the 4th of July, you have to just think about more than just the fireworks, more than just our founding fathers. Think about Black people, because we are the ones who built this country. And in the alley, if you look at the bricks, you will see evidence of this. You'll see handprints. I'm showing you handprints right now of slaves, children who were slaves, who built the alley. Their fingerprints are in those bricks. We have lots of brick companies here. And so they were the ones who formed the bricks that made our buildings. So again, you will see the handprints, the fingerprints of people, slaves who built this country. So it's also supposed to be a haunted place, haunted by the whistling doctor. Apparently, Philadelphia Alley was a sketchy place, and lots of duels were fought there. So this doctor, the whistling doctor, died in a duel in the alley, and he haunts it now. And apparently, if you go there sometimes, when you're alone, you can actually hear him whistling to you in the distance. I didn't hear anything in the distance, but it sure was kind of spooky getting toward dark. So check out Philadelphia Alley. There's lots of great things there to find. Hey y'all, I'm back. I hope you've had a great 4th of July today. Mine was really, really quiet. Took advantage of some sales at Michael's, and then went to the grocery store and got all the fixes to make hamburgers, well actually cheeseburgers, at home, along with sweet potato fries and some cauliflower tots. If you haven't tried cauliflower tots yet, they're really good. But anyway, it was quiet, and I hope you've had a good day. If you've had some interesting things happen in the past with 4th of July's, let me know. Tell me about them in the comments, because I want to hear all about them. In addition, please subscribe to my YouTube feed. I'm trying to grow it. So I want to hear all your comments. Give me a like. I want to hear about that too. But then I also want to end today on a note with a poem by Langston Hughes. It's entitled, I Too Am America. I too sing American. I am the darker brother. They send me to eat in the kitchen when company comes. But I laugh and eat well and grow strong. Tomorrow, I'll be at the table when company comes. Nobody'll dare say to me, eat in the kitchen then. Besides, they'll see how beautiful I am and be ashamed. I too am America. Y'all have a great rest of the evening from my Matrix. This is Matrixity, Muses. And again, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. See you later, alligator. Bye.